let's get right into it. Today, we're unpacking a topic that is absolutely dominating true crime discussions and internet forums right now. We're looking at the highly publicized and frankly profoundly tragic Lindsey Clancy case. But we're not just recounting the official police reports here. Instead, we're examining the viral alternative theories that have pretty much spread like wildfire across online communities. In this explainer, we're going to look closely at source material from internet sleuths and spiritual readers who are heavily questioning the established facts and, well, proposing an entirely different sequence of events.
Okay, let's dive into this. So, the mainstream narrative in the news heavily points to a severe case of postpartum psychosis. A tragic event where a mother, allegedly suffering a massive mental break, acted entirely alone. However, an entirely different conversation is happening online. Certain commentators are asking one central massive question: is the viral narrative hiding a darker truth? These communities, they are actively scrutinizing the husband, Patrick Clancy, and his role in the family dynamic leading up to the tragedy. Basically, they're suggesting that we, the public, are missing some absolutely crucial pieces of the puzzle.
To really understand this alternative perspective, we've got to look at how these sources interpret the emotional state of that household. According to a spiritual reading highlighted in our source material, there's a specific quote that captures what they allege was Patrick Clancy's mindset right before the event. Quote, "I'm tired of fixing something I didn't break." The source claims that while Patrick outwardly portrayed himself as this highly supportive husband dealing with his wife's mental health crisis, internally, he was profoundly fatigued, emotionally checked out, and literally just wanted the old Lindsey back.
Which brings us to Section 1. Things aren't as they seem.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how starkly these two viewpoints contrast. To unpack these viral theories, our primary source material actually uses a really unconventional framework, a tarot reading. On one side, we have the widely accepted mainstream view, a devastating mental health crisis resulting in Lindsey acting completely alone. But flip to the other side and we have the viral internet theory. Our sources allege that Patrick was emotionally detached, incredibly frustrated that his wife wasn't getting better fast enough, and potentially harboring outside interests. Some theorists in these online spaces even go so far as to speculate he might have intentionally created an environment to push her over the edge, or even more shockingly, that he set her up entirely. Now remember, it is absolutely vital to keep in mind we are just examining the claims made by these sources, not endorsing them as absolute fact.
So the online reading points to something it calls the Nine of Cups anomaly, specifically regarding the day of the tragedy. Now, traditionally, this card signifies a problem solved or a my wish came true scenario, but the source frames this in a much, much darker context here. They theorize that on that very day, both parties were at their absolute wits' end. Lindsey was allegedly feeling incredibly isolated, just failing to find any relief from her heavy medication.